Welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby Obsession, the only podcast you'll ever need to really get down into the nitty-gritty of the rugby world. Hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss a single scrum, a single lineout, or a single deep dive. And today, we're going deep, really deep. We're tackling the future of the Springboks. But it's a future that might not include a certain someone.
Yeah, you're talking about the big man himself, Rassie.
Rassie Erasmus.
Yeah.
You know him, you love him, or maybe, just maybe, you love to hate him. Either way.
Either way, you can't deny his impact.
Precisely. But hold on to your seats, folks, because the rumors are swirling.
Swirling like a perfectly executed spin pass.
Exactly. And we've got some intel, hot off the press, you could say, some juicy insider notes we're looking at today, and an article.
Can't forget the article.
You got it. It's called, and get this title, Rassie Erasmus, Springbok's Future and Coaching Team Update.
Straight to the point.
No messing around.
Right.
And both of these sources, well, they seem to be hinting at something. A changing of the guard, maybe.
Potentially. And that has fans talking, let me tell you.
That's why we're here, to break it all down. So, where do we even begin with this?
Let's start with the elephant in the room, shall we? The article, it basically says that, well, fans are going to have to accept it.
Accept what?
That Rassie's time as the Springboks coach, it might be coming to an end.
Sooner than we'd like to think.
Yeah, potentially after the 2027 World Cup, which, let's face it, isn't that far away.
Not at all. And look, I know we all knew this day would come eventually. No one coaches forever.
Right. But Rassie, he's not just any coach.
Exactly. He's Rassie, the man who led the Springboks to World Cup glory in 2019.
The man who stared down the Lions and came out on top.
And don't forget, he completely revitalized, the team spirit, the culture. It's palpable.
Absolutely, you can feel it. And that's why this potential departure, it's such a big deal. I mean, some are even saying
I'm saying
that he's on track to become the greatest Springbok coach of all time. A real GOAT.
GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Ah, there it is. Now you're speaking my language.
It's a title that gets thrown around a lot. But with Rassie, well, it's definitely in the conversation.
No doubt about it. And what makes this even more interesting, even more, well, I don't know.
Dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic, is that Rassie himself has said it publicly.
That he wouldn't coach any other international team.
That's the one. He is a Springbok through and through. Bleeds green and gold. But even the most dedicated, most passionate leaders, they need a break sometimes.
They're human, after all.
Exactly. And a decade at the helm of the Springboks. That's a long time.
It's gotta be intense. The pressure, the expectations. South Africa loves its rugby.
Understatement of the year. So, yeah, it makes sense. Maybe he's thinking about stepping back. But that brings up the million-rand question.
The question on everyone's mind.
Who on earth could fill his shoes?
Yeah, who could possibly follow that act?
Tough one, right? And hey, while we ponder that, make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession. Okay, we've got so many more deep dives coming your way. But now let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about what Rassie himself has said.
How about finding a successor?
Well, not exactly. More about successful coaching in general. He emphasizes one thing above all else: understanding the team's culture.
The heartbeat, as he calls it.
Love that. It's not just about, tactics and strategies. It's about getting the soul of the team.
Knowing its values, its identity.
And that leads us rather nicely to another piece of this puzzle: the new coaching team.
The article lays it all out.
They brought in some serious talent. Felix Jones.
Lance Lemmages.
And Robin Moore.
Wow. Talk about a powerhouse trio.
This new team, it's like a blend of, well, everything you need. Experience.
Innovation.
Deep understanding of South African rugby.
He's like Rassie's assembling, I don't know, like a team of specialists, each with their own superpower.
Love that analogy. So Felix Jones, with his analytical mind and his success with Ireland, he brings a fresh perspective.
Absolutely. And then you've got Lance Lemmages, a former Springbok himself. So he knows what it takes to play at that level. The pressure, the mental game, all of it.
Can't forget Robin Moore either. She's been phenomenal with the women's sevens team, developing talent, fostering a winning culture.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
No doubt. So this new coaching team, it feels almost strategic.
Like Rassie's laying the groundwork for the future.
Yeah, like he's putting pieces in place.
Yeah.
So now, I want to hear from you, our listeners. What do you think is going on here? What's Rassie's endgame?
Do you see any hints about what kind of leadership he thinks the Springboks will need moving forward?
Head over to the comments and let us know. We want to hear your theories.
And remember, folks, choosing a successor for Rassie, It's not going to be easy.
It's a massive decision.
The next coach, whoever they are, they're going to have to navigate, well, a lot. Rassie's legacy, for one.
The ever-changing world of international rugby.
And of course, the weight of expectations from an entire nation.
No pressure, right? But it's also, well, a huge opportunity.
A chance to shape the future of one of rugby's most iconic teams.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And if you want to stay up to date on all the twists and turns of this saga, well, you know what to do.
Hit that subscribe button.
Become a part of the Rugby Obsession family. We're your one-stop shop for all things rugby.
All the analysis, all the debate, all the passion.
This whole situation really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it really take to lead a team like the Springboks?
What qualities are essential? What kind of leadership style will inspire the players and the nation?
Big questions. And we'll keep exploring them right here on Rugby Obsession.
So join us next time for another deep dive.
Until then, keep those rugby conversations going. We appreciate you listening to the Rugby Obsession podcast.
And we'll see you next time.